This is a product that's found in most of our drinks that are manufactured. So since I've read a lot about it, I decided to share on it since it's mostly ignored. And that's what's called caffeine. We all know what's caffeine, right? So for those who are like me, when you buy something before you eat or drink, it's very wise to read first what are the ingredients used there. Because to some of you may really be so detrimental or very dangerous to your health. It can react too fast than the others. So just don't see others doing it, then you're like, if you can do it, me I also can do it. There are things that you can't share. For you, it may take your life. And these are things that if you avoid them, you can prevent some death that people are going through. And many people don't know that this what actually was taking their lives, making their lives of low quality. So I'm just going to go through some of the dangers that this can cause and what can you replace it with. Because you come with a problem, you must also, of course, address what is the solution, right? Because if I stop this, what do I need to take then? Because for me, my throat wants to drink something. Now, just for you to realize what are the dangers of caffeine, here are they. One of them is that it can may cause insomnia. For those who are health professionals, that's what we call inability to sleep. You don't get enough sleep. You are restless just because of taking such a drug, because it stimulates your organs in the body. Now, what it does, for example, it also comes into your brain is that it may give you false energies, like in the time whereby your body was created by God to take a rest, okay? It was God created the night, so we think of how we spent our day, of how out of the people we met, our experiences, what new things we come to know. And at night, that's the time whereby the body needs to rest. If I'm not mistaken, we adults are supposed to take at least about 8 hours. Now, what caffeine does to you is that when you take it, it lasts you, it blocks the nerve from communicating to your brain that you are tired, you must rest. Now, guess what's going to do? So since it lies to you that you still got some energy, you are going to overwork yourself and you're going to pay for that the upcoming days. It's just like when we run. When if you run, you realize that you start breathing faster. This is because your body cells are requiring a lot of oxygen. So you need to repay back all that energy you used, needs to be regained. So this glucose in your body needs to be broken. That's how you'll be panting a lot, because you need to regain the oxygen that you needed while you're running. So it's the same thing. So since you ignored yourself, you deprive yourself of sleep by taking that, in the upcoming days it may cause other problems, which one of them is also digestive problems, which I talked on that day when Aunt Mary asked me to explain on it. I touched on immunity. It weakens your immune system. For those like us who went to school, we were taught natural science and biology that the immune system is the one that defends the body against viruses, sickness, and diseases, right? So it's the same thing. Now, when we take that, is that we are making ourselves, our bodies weaker, not to be able to defend itself against sicknesses. Now, as children of God, God wants us to do His work, and to do that is that we must keep our health at its best. Healthy bodies are able to do much for the Lord, because if you shorten your life, then the work of the Lord won't go forward. God wants us to live such healthy lives that it will make His message to reach the people who are in darkness. But if we get sick, we don't mind our health, that's going to prevent us from reaching them. Now, what drink are you going to replace that with? Simple, water. Water is one of the things that we cannot live without. Water alone helps all your organs in the body to function well. Water alone cleans all your body. Water can help with stress, can help with overweight, can help with a lot of things. It cools down your body. That's why it's part of life. So instead of always taking drinks that are manufactured, of course I touch on caffeine, but I'm not saying it's the only one, but I'm just saying that this is one of them that we have taken so much. So which are these drinks that you get caffeine in? We have coffee, of course, the seed itself is caffeine. And of course we have some teas that contain it. And we have Coca-Cola, our favorite. Sometimes even in church we bring them. So I'm not here to force you to stop, but if you really care about your health, that's not doing good to you, and then you say, I don't care, but our sister Moya preached yesterday, there's someone looking up to you. They look up to you, they follow you, they are motivated by your faith. So they also say, well, brothers and sisters in church are doing it, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. And like I said, some people are very weak, so you killing yourself, you don't care. But in your behavior, you're also killing someone. So Paul said that if eating meat, for example, in the time whereby meat was being offered to idols, he said, if eating meat will cause my brother to stand, which is offered to idols, then I'll stop for the sake of that brother. Why would I make someone lose heaven because of my appetite, because of my selfishness? So this is the message I brought to you today, that let's keep up on drinking much of water, especially when summer comes, okay? When it's winter, I don't really feel thirsty. But yeah, for those who work with bottle, continue. Like, that really helps, okay? Okay? Yeah. Or maybe I'm not going to stop. So that's the health message for today, that caffeine is very problematic. It damages your brain, damages your immune system, and your overall body may cause insomnia and other things. Thank you so much.